Hi everyone, welcome back to Sunset Valley. And as you may have noticed, this is the original Sunset Valley, so this one doesn't have any of my renovations. And you might be thinking, why is that? Well, the reason is that we're actually gonna look at one of the builds up close. One of the original builds anyway. I kind of renovated this house way over here by the pier. It's called Cormorant, and honestly, let's just read the lot description. An open floor plan, dramatic bridge entrance, and sweeping cone vistas distinguish this cantilevered view home. I'm sorry, I don't know that word. Built mostly on one level, this elegant modern home with its round cupola, I don't know that word either. Studio is ideal for the artistically inclined. Well, we'll see about that. So here we are at the Cormorant on street view, and honestly, you can barely even see what it is. You can definitely see what they're talking about with that tower thing that's going by my head here. And it's got that 70s Sunset Valley style that you know I hate. I normally do the whole thing in first person, but let's just look around the house. This thing is actually pretty interesting architecturally. I kept a lot of the shape and style. I just kind of spiced it up a little bit. But yeah, looking around, it's not that awful. It's got a few good ideas. It's just too basic. It's in that EA style, post, and then a tower that's a little bit too big or a little bit too small, depending on which way you look at it. It's just in that awkward middle size, right? And then if you look down at the garage, it's literally just a rectangle. In fact, most of the houses, I switched that up a little bit. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a good view of the outside before we go into first person. So as you come across this well-lit bridge, you come into the front door and you're greeted by a little bit of a blank entry hall. It comes right into the living room and the stairs, which is pretty good for efficiency. But again, the style is just not for me. Look at this 90s wood green painted kitchen with a bathroom sink, an orange stove, an orange fridge, and then it comes right into this just basic living room. And it wouldn't be Sunset Valley without a 70s dining set. I hate these chairs. See, these chairs are actually a really good style. It's just that EA uses them in every house, and not every house has a 70s dining room. And I guess this is supposed to be set in the 70s, but you'd think there'd be a few more old-fashioned things. But anyway, I'm getting nitpicky. Coming into the bathroom is actually pretty good other than the mirror. I think the texture on the mirror is just awful. And then we get into the rest of the floor plan, which is this weird wraparound hallway. You have to go all the way through here, and then all you have is 2 bedroom doors. You don't even have a door to the garage or anything. And that's really unfortunate, because if we go through here, this is where the garage is, right? So it would just be perfect if we had a little path coming up here. I guess we'll get to that in a minute. Let's just go into the bedrooms. This one is probably the better of the two. I don't know if that's saying very much. None of the bedrooms really have anything in it though, but they all have access to the balconies, which I think is really nice. And they actually share this Jack and Jill bathroom, which again, is not very stylish. I don't like the brown plumbing. I don't really like the 2 mirrors either. EA does this a lot. Even when there's not double sinks, they'll put multiple mirrors. When in fact, even in the base game, you have several mirrors that are 2 or 3 tiles wide. So why not just use that? Anyway, coming into the uglier bedroom, we have this comforter and wall detail, which is definitely a choice. And they have the same pattern on the sheets, but they just switched up the colors a little bit. That's so weird. And then coming out here, we just have a wraparound porch thing, and it kind of wraps all the way around to the front door, which I think is pretty efficient as well. If there wasn't a door here, then you might have to walk a long way to get out of this house. Because again, we're looking off a cliff, so there's no back door. Not out to the street anyway. Okay, let's just go up the stairs. And coming upstairs, we have just another studio lofty bedroom, and I kind of get it. I like the style of the lights kind of facing the bed. That's a little bit interesting, right? But I made something a little bit more interesting up here, which we'll see in a little bit. Actually, we're gonna see it pretty soon, because that's pretty much it for this house. I just wanted to give you a first person perspective as to something that you can expect if you just download Sunset Valley. And we never got to see this house up close because this is one of the unoccupied houses. And since it's unoccupied, we can just go for a basic style and make it ready for something that your Sims can move into. And in fact, I already did a renovation, but I did it a week ago, so I don't really remember what I did. So let's just jump in and see what happened. Let's go. And welcome to my version of the Cormorant. Honestly, I wish I could rename the house, but I'm gonna try not to because I want to keep all the names and descriptions the same. I'm hoping that with my renovations, you can still kind of keep the lot description and name the same. It's just the concept done a little bit more nicely. Okay, I'll stop being bitchy. Let's take a look around. Apparently, I decided to shape this out a little bit to make it a little bit more interesting. My goodness, I definitely went for more of a modern twist. I wanted to add all of the glass porches and balconies and stuff. I just think it looks a little bit more modern. And again, I'm trying to bring Sunset Valley into the 21st century a little bit. And what I always try to do is keep elements of the original house, even if I think it's ugly. So remember that bedroom at the top where we had all the little lights? The ones that were facing the bed? I decided to kind of just have them face the window to make this light up a little bit more at night. Actually, if I pop into build mode, I can show you what I mean. Because in fact, you actually see the house from the back most of the time. From the front door, there's not really any houses or anything to do up there. But if you're at the beach or driving down the lots here, or maybe you move into one of these houses across the street, then you can at least see the pretty side a little bit. I know it's still a monstrosity. I'm sorry. sorry, I tried. Anyway, back to the review, I guess. So circling around, you can see I added a little back door to the garage there and a little tiny back porch there so we can actually get into that back hallway area. I figured if we're gonna have a hallway, then we may as well use it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't really change like the landscaping or the posts at the back. I thought the architecture was pretty strong, even though it didn't really have any style. It was like one of those houses that are from EA where it has really good bones. So yeah, coming into the entry hall, I kind of just added a little bit of a half wall there to separate it off a little bit. And I changed the stairs to the side. I thought it looked a little bit better. And you can still come out onto the porch out the side door here. And if you notice, I kind of switched where the living room was. So I kind of put the living room in this part. I figured with all the open windows, it made a lot of sense. The view is really great. You can look at the TV, you can look at the beach, the ocean, and I stuck a bookshelf for good measure. My goodness, I love half walls. I just kind of put them up everywhere. I've noticed this in my modern builds because I don't really like open floor plans that much. So to compromise, I still make like my Victorian style floor plans. I just kind of make them with half walls. Anyway, I think it's interesting. Looking at this kitchen, I'm pretty impressed with this kitchen. Like, I don't usually do good kitchens. My goodness, look at this style. I've got the 3 lights going up and down. I got the backsplash. I can definitely take credit for the lights, but I think the backsplash was just a result of the randomizer button. Oh my God, this dining room set. I think I just threw it together at the last minute. And looking at this little like plant table area, I remember doing this. This is the last thing I did in the build. And I was like, that's pretty. And then I just stopped. I might throw a picture or 2 on the wall before I upload. And yeah, coming into the bathroom, I'm definitely known for better bathrooms. So I cheated again and used that backsplash that I accidentally created. And I used it for the tub here. I think I'm gonna put it on this wall here too. There we go. That's a little bit better. I actually like doing these in first person a lot because it helps me catch little mistakes. Like all those things that you don't see when you're building, right? But yeah, honestly, I really like this bathroom too. I think this is gonna be like a bathroom style that I reuse again because it looks nice and it's not super big, right? Like sometimes I make nice bathrooms, but it takes up like 30 tiles. And yeah, coming out here into the hallway, I decided to add some laundry because you know I like adding laundry to all my builds. And this was a big bulky hallway, so I didn't want to like have it with nothing. Going into the bedroom here, I just kind of jazzed it up a little bit. I decided on like a salmon pink wall and like a blue rug. I figured it was bright and stylish, and I put the zebra print as well because this house is really a bold statement. And I thought anyone who's living here probably has a bit of a personality, right? So going into their ensuite bathroom, again, I just copied the same tiles. I made them a little bit of a step-in shower, but again, simple, not too big, right? Okay, that's enough of that. Let's go upstairs. So I told you I had a special surprise for the upstairs, so I kind of made it a little bit creepy. I'm not going to explain exactly what it is. I'm just going to show you the items I put. So I put privacy blinds on all these big windows. I put a telescope that faces out over to the neighbors' houses. I put a stack of inconspicuous magazines, a lot of Kleenex, a scented candle, a nightstand with drawers for easy access for whatever you need, and an extra privacy partition just in case you need it. But yeah, I'll let you guys figure out that on your own. But what did you guys think? Did you enjoy this house? Do you remember this house? Because honestly, I don't even think I've seen this thing before. I may have seen it in the distance before, but I definitely didn't notice it. And coming in to renovate it, I knew that this was going to be a challenge. And for the harder houses, I don't like doing the speed build because I don't think that they're going to be short enough to do a speed build. Like I made so many changes. I tried so many different shapes and sizes, so many different colors and walls and stuff. Like this thing looked awful. Like if you were in my Discord, then you would have seen my process for this. It was just a nightmare. And if you're not in my Discord and you want to be, I'll just leave you a link down below so that way you can join as well. But yeah, that about does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe for some more Sims content. Oh God, this was exhausting. Honestly, like you might have noticed, I haven't done a build for almost a week. And that's because I built this like almost a week ago. And then after I was finished, I was like, God, I'm exhausted. But I really like how it turned out for what it was. Cause like when I first started, this shape was like such a monster and I didn't really know how to tame it. And I still don't think I tamed it, but I definitely made it more cohesive with the housing styles that I've been choosing. And you know what? It's got a lot of personality and so do I. So I have to give it a little bit of slack. But yeah, I guess Deathany and I will see you in the next one. Boom.